What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Real Deal Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Keeona, and I am here with Zach and Drew.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Doing fine. Halloween was fun, and yeah.
And it's officially November 1st. Officially holiday season, at least in my opinion. But we are here to talk about some of our favorite TV shows and movies that we've seen throughout this year. So, you guys have any takers?
Yeah, I think I'll start this one out with just a simple one that a lot of people are now seeing again, and I talked about earlier on the show, Barbarian. It's now on HBO Max. I really like how a lot of people were able to keep what the film is about a secret, and it's just a very good horror film. I feel like down the years it'll become a classic just because it's fun to show to friends that don't really know what's happening. So as the film unravels, it's just oh my goodness and everything, and it's just so well shot. The atmosphere is creepy, and the way it changes tone sometimes, it's just so well done.
I thought the marketing of that, I've not seen the movie, but I thought the marketing of it was really, really cool because they just didn't tell you what it was about. They just didn't mention anything. It was oh, it's a horror movie. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. There is no details about the plots that I got from any of the marketing. I had to hear it from either you, on the show, or I had to hear it from X, Y, or Z, from people who saw it, which I think is a really interesting tactic that I think is really, really risky. Paid off, I think.
My friends, when we first saw it, it was just so funny. Just seeing everything happen for the first time. There were moments where we just slowly looked at each other, just all right, this movie is a movie. It began. So
we are watching a movie. We are watching a movie.
It is a motion picture, but the pictures are moving.
The pictures are in fact moving.
Yeah.
What else is on your? I know you have a full list over there. What else is on your list? Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear something from you.
Okay.
Okay, well, you two may be surprised. I watch more TV shows than movies, but that doesn't mean I'm not caught up to what movies have been coming out. But one in particular that was my favorite this year was Purple Hearts, that was on Netflix, that has Sophia Carson, where she plays this girl who is struggling, who is a struggling music artist who tends to marry this U.S. Army man for the benefits and so that she can, get the medical treatment that she needs. But then time goes on, and they actually end up getting to know each other and fall in love. So that one was really interesting, and the whole soundtrack to that was really great. So
was it an original soundtrack?
Yeah, because she executive produced and wrote most of the songs for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of consider that like a Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born moment, because when she was in that movie, she wrote at least 11 songs for the movie, and I think she was on as a producer on the movie. So
I think so.
Yeah. But that's how I look at it for Sophia Carson. That's what I like about it, is for a star to be able to take the realm on the music, but being able to do more when starring in a movie like this, or any movie in particular. I respect that. So Purple Hearts was one of them, and then Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson. So
I still need to see that. I remember one of my managers at work was like, I know you're a movie guy, Zach, you need to see this trailer. And it looks so delightful. You don't really see those kind of movies in theaters anymore.
I know.
I'm glad we, among all the Marvel and horror and action movies, we can there is still room for those romantic comedies.
Yeah, I love rom-coms. I love rom-coms. And Jennifer Lopez, she's known for playing so many roles in rom-coms.
Yeah.
And this one, it was really refreshing to see her come back to that genre that she's known for, because I do love the movie Made in Manhattan that she was in, so, because that was so cute. But I saw it a few months ago, but that was just one of the movies that I ended up watching at least this year by myself. So, what about you, Drew?
A fun fact about me that I found out while researching this episode is that I don't like movies.
Oh, wow.
I signed up for this, and then I was like, okay, let me think about movies I've watched. I could pull 3 off the top of my head in the past year.
That was me too.
I personally am of the opinion that television is a better medium for storytelling. I think you can get more invested in the characters. I think you can have longer and more complex arcs and plots and world building because you just have more time for it. I also think dividing it into those episodes makes it easier to chunk it like that. And so I typically just opt for TV over movies.
All right.
And then I just, by default, just never watch movies because I'm always like, oh, I'll watch this TV instead.
Yeah.
That being said, there are a few movies that I watched for the first time this past year that I was like, oh, these are really good. Like the first one that comes to mind is Coco, which I had heard. I was like, oh, like, I've heard. I was like, oh, this is a really good movie. And then I think there was one night where like I was just with my friends. Like we didn't go out or anything, and my friend was like, oh, do you guys want to like watch Coco? And I was like, I guess we can. I bawled. I bawled at the end of that.
It's so good.
As you should.
It's very, very good. I don't think I quite realized how good it was because I don't still think it got like enough hype for what it is, frankly, as opposed to like some of the other Disney movies that have come out recently.
Like Encanto.
Such as Encanto. Like I think we watched Encanto that night at 2, and I was like, it's fine, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Coco was a lot better than Encanto was, frankly.
Yeah, I'm glad Encanto got the recognition it deserved because when it released in theaters, nobody knew it came out. Disney didn't promote it. I actually saw it in theaters, and it was literally a big auditorium, and the only people in there were me and like a family of 2 that were like a few rows behind me, and we both left so satisfied. And then Disney thankfully like released it on Disney Plus, and thanks to that, like TikTok, I mean, it can be a cringy place, but also like for advertising, it's brilliant because so many people started making fan art and like things on the songs, and then people are like, what is this movie? And like then it got the recognition it deserved. It kind of became annoying to me. Like I still love the movie, but I kind of took a break from it like after like it was just everywhere, kind of like Frozen. But
it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
It was a blessing.
Everywhere.
It was a mixed blessing, but I'm really glad Encanto didn't just become one of those Disney films where people are like, wait, what was that? Like it's a really good film. So
and to go back to what you were saying about movies, I love movies, but I just don't feel like you don't get enough information as much as TV shows. And when it comes to certain movies that have been released, or at least people have been talked about or have been talking about so much, I prefer to watch it with a group of people because I like to see other people's reactions and just to enjoy it for the fun of it. Like it just wouldn't feel right to me to watch a big movie like, for example, Elvis. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
Neither have I.
As much as I want to watch it, I just don't feel comfortable watching it by myself because I want to be able, even though people say that it's a really good movie, and I truly believe that because Austin Butler in this performance, I can already tell it's going to be great. But I just want to be able to, experience it with other people. That's the joy of watching movies with other people instead of just watching it for myself because I've done that so much. But yeah. And with TV shows, that's kind of different. I mean, it just depends on a certain TV show that you watch. But speaking of TV shows, that's a good segue. One TV show, there's a few that I have put down, but I'll say my top 3 TV shows that I've watched this year are Abbott Elementary, Bel Air, and How I Met Your Father.
Wait, I actually watched How I Met Your Mother years ago. They made a sequel series?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's good.
Okay.
It just got renewed for a second season actually.
All
It
right.
has Hilary Duff in it, so
Okay.
but it's really good. It's basically centering around how the mother met the father instead of the
Okay.
father meeting the mother. So.
Okay. That I did not hear about that, and I really liked How I Met Your Mother, and so just hearing that, I'm just like, what? So, yeah.
Yeah, but also another one real quick is Pam and Tommy. That one was really good.
I really wanted to watch. I haven't seen it. It's on my
so
list to watch,
good.
but I really want to watch it.
It's really good because Lily James plays Pam, and then Sebastian Stan plays.
And both of them are phenomenal. Both of them are phenomenal
They
in
were
everything they
excellent
do.
in that. Still kind of bitter that he didn't win that Emmy Award, but I mean, can you compete with Michael Keaton? But no, you can't. But other than, but not the point. But
one that came out around when Pam and Tommy came out was The Dropout, the Amanda Seyfried show. It was about.
I
Elizabeth
heard about
Holmes.
that. Yeah.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Highly recommend. They came out. I don't think it was a month. It was a few months in between each other, and I was kind of like, oh, I think I was busy when Pam and Tommy came out, and so I watched The Dropout when it dropped. Hello. And I was like, oh, this is really, really good. Amanda Seyfried, she's really good in it. She's done a lot. I really just like her. I think she's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried, I don't know
Oh.
how to say her name. I think she's good. I don't know how to say her name. She's really good.
I wasn't trying to correct you or anything,
no,
but it just
yeah.
sounds familiar, like Amanda Seyfried.
She was in Mamma Mia. She's been in a few other
That's
things.
right.
Yep.
I knew that.
And so she's done typically a lot of lighter roles, I think, like that.
Yeah.
But then she goes and does this, which is really, really. it's not dark per se, but it is very, I guess, heady. Like she's playing this very specific character, and I think she does it really, really well.
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, like the writing on that show in particular is really, really good.
Yeah.
So,
Since we're on the topic of TV shows that came out this year, I just want to quickly bring this up. Have you guys seen Smiling Friends?
no.
No.
It is okay. So the thing with me with TV shows, I've recently started watching a bit more TV shows this year, like some of the more iconic ones, like Twin Peaks, Breaking Bad,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so because I'm the polar opposite of you, I think both art forms like have a place. Like I think every single one of
Oh,
them do.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, and I wasn't saying that you were saying, but basically with TV shows for me, I feel like I don't really watch too many of them over the years because I hate getting invested in it, and then it's obvious when like the creators kind of lost passion, and it's just
Yeah.
the studio being like, crank out more episodes, and like, this dead character's back, or it's just like very
That's fair.
slow
That
just
is
for the
fair.
sake
Yeah.
of being slow. But of the shows I've watched this year, like Breaking Bad, Twin Peaks. Like I'm catching up with a bunch of classics right now. I'm even watching Succession right now, so I'm
Oh, that's
Oh,
really
I'm
really?
becoming cultured. But
I'm becoming cultured.
but anyways, Smiling Friends. It is a very short show right now. It's only one season. Each episode's like 11 minutes. It's done by these guys from YouTube. I'm not fully like I don't fully know about them, but this is one of the best YouTuber to something else transitions I've ever seen because it's such a well-written, well-thought-out show where if you have internet like rot like me, like if you're always online on social media, it's rewarding in that sense. But even without that, it's just so well done and just so creative. And it's an animated show, and they actually use the animation to make jokes. Like it's not just there to be like, no, these guys are animated. Like
Yeah.
they do weird things with it, and it's just, it's something I highly recommend. It is so good. Even just yeah.
What is it about?
Basically, this group of people, there's this organization called the Smiling Friends, and basically it's their job to, whenever someone needs help smiling or is having a bad day, they're called in, and so Nim and Pim, not Nim, Charlie and Pim, I just got mixed up with something else. They are sent out to help them smile, and they're complete polar opposites. One of them's all cheery, and you can tell he likes his job, and the other one is just, he's just there. He's like, yeah, this is my job, I guess.
Yeah.
And the dynamic and just the stuff that happens in the episodes, it's so funny. They have a guy who's on Red Letter Media. They have him voicing a character. They have the guy who did Number 15, like that meme. He's in the show, and he literally like is
that's
ordering
fun.
something, and he's like,
That's fun.
I'll take the number 15. It's so crazy. And here's the thing. I say this stuff, and I'm not joking. It is crazy that it exists. I think it's renewed for his second season, and it's
Like it's clear that they're having fun making the show.
it's definitely like it's clear like they just want to have fun with the show and everything, and that's what I find so refreshing with it. And so yeah.
That's good, but you know, Breaking Bad, that was actually another show that I got into this summer. That was the thing. I said this a few episodes back, but this summer I got into TV shows that I've been meaning to watch, but I haven't caught up on, like Breaking Bad, Pretty Little Liars, Supernatural, obviously. But man, I just lost my train of thought there.
Do you guys have any like comfort shows that you go back to? That like, oh, if I'm just like need to be in a good mood, or if I'm like I want to just like have something on in the background that you just like keep going back to that one show.
The Office.
The Office.
Recently, sorry, you continue.
Oh, I just said The Office.
It's a mix between regular show and Twin Peaks.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I
that's
watched
fair.
Twin Peaks for the first time this year, and I'm completely in love with it. I already started rewatching it, and it's just, it's crazy, but it's still like very comforting for me. At least.
That's good.
I
Yeah.
have another one, and it's ridiculousn's.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I haven't seen that in 10 years.
It's still on. Like they're still putting on new episodes, but like yeah, that's my comfort show. As funny as the videos may seem, like it's my comfort show. Like whenever I'm having a bad day, like no matter how many times I've seen that same episode 1,000 times, I will put it on. And
I mean,
watch
it's
it,
just
so.
like stupid fun. It's just
It-
like it's
it
just
is.
stupid fun. Like you don't have to think about it. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like
And the
people getting
comment-
hurt, and then you move on.
Yeah, and the commentary between Stilo Brim, Chanel West Coast, and Rob Dyrdek,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
it's so funny. Especially Stilo. Like, if I had the chance to be on that show, I'd be commentating on those videos like no tomorrow, because I feel like I'm funny enough to like comment on those videos.
I think for me, my go-to has to be, for a while it was Parks and Rec. which is like I think just a solid
Oh, I still need to get on season 2.
season 2. Girl, there's like 7.
Okay.
Parks and Rec has been, I think, my go-to for a while, but recently, earlier this year, I watched a show. It's called Inside Job. That, for whatever reason, I've just been like, oh, if I want to have like a show on in the background, I'll have that one on. It's by the people who made Gravity Falls. It's like a cross between like Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty. Like it is PG-13 R-rated Gravity Falls. So essentially, the concept is like. Oh no! You look this up.
No, that's the name. What's the name? Okay,
I
you
didn't
said
even
Gravity
notice,
Falls. Gravity
like-
Falls is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
I need to know.
It's like essentially the concept is basically that it's animation, and there is a global organization, the Illuminati, more or less, that runs. You know, there's all those conspiracy theories about like, oh, the Illuminati runs this, they run this, blah 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 blah. And this takes that and put it into like a workplace setting. So it's like The Office, but for the Illuminati.
Okay, what's it called again?
Inside Job. So like in one of the episodes, they go to like talk to the lizard people, and they have like a whole gala with them. There's one episode where like they have to replace the president who was a robot, and there's all these like riffs on like these absurd
Imagine
conspiracy
the president being a
theories.
robot.
Well, I mean, there are like theories about that which are like insane.
I
they're
get it.
insane, and like they have like one episode about like flat Earth, where like they have flat earthers like come on the show, and they like try and take over a wedding. It's insane. It's like stupid animation, but it's really really good.
I feel like it's like an animation show for conspiracy theories. Like,
No, that's exactly what it is. It's yeah, it's really really good. There's a whole like subplot of like the main character. She's essentially like just one giant like burnout honors kid, more or less, and so you're
okay.
following her and her relationship with her dad, but also like lizard people and flat earther. It's a whole thing. They the first season is only out right now, and it ends on this giant cliffhanger because they were going to split one season into 2 seasons, which is what they have done. So a second season is coming.
Okay.
At some point.
okay, but really quick, is there one like TV show or movie that you guys are hoping to see for the rest of the year that hasn't come out or has come out yet?
I'm excited for Arcane season 2 to come out.
Okay.
Is it coming out this year?
I think it's coming out next year.
Oh, okay.
But I don't even know if an announced date has been like released yet.
Yeah.
There was only like a small teaser trailer that came out where it was like, I don't know, it was something just like real small.
It was just saying 2.
It was just
Yeah.
2. So like there is a second season coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm really really excited for that. Every time I like rewatch that show, I'm like, this is so good. God, this show is so good.
I mean, only show I can really think of is probably like season 2 of Smiling Friends. But yeah, one thing I wanted to quickly bring up is, does anyone like for the rest of the year? There's like 2 more months of 2022. Is there any other movies that you guys are looking forward to coming out?
Disenchanted, because I
The
love.
trailer came out today.
I know. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
excited about that.
Uh-huh.
Especially because I just watched another episode of Grey's Anatomy like a few days ago, and Patrick Dempsey's in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
him with the silver hair and the red carpet of that premiere, I was like, okay.
All right.
But then like, oh sorry. But
Oh, go ahead.
but then a TV show that I really need to get up, that I really need to watch is House of Dragons, because I'm a Game of Thrones
yeah.
I'm a Game of Thrones fan. I love that. So that's one show that I'm really excited that came out this year that I need to watch. But yeah, House of Dragons and Disenchanted, I'm pretty excited to see.
There was a movie that came out I think a week or 2 ago at this point. It's called like 1,000 Years of Longing. It's got like Tilda Swinton.
It's such an interesting movie.
It's so, and I'm surprised that like frankly it got made just because it's such a weird concept.
Yeah.
But it looks really really good. I'm really excited to go see that. I'm excited for the new Black Panther movie
I
Yes.
was
to
just
come
about
out.
to say that real quick.
This is like one of the first Marvel movies like in a while that I've been like excited for. Like I'll typically go
Yeah.
see them just because I like the MCU, but like this is like it looks really really
Yeah, I
good.
know. I already know I'm gonna cry because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because Chadwick's not in it, obviously. And you know, I was actually watching an interview with the director Ryan Coogler, and he said that this was he said it was emotional, but the reviews are in. They're saying that this is one of Marvel's best movies yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm really excited for it.
yeah, it kind of scares me because to put that expectation high, but we will see. But I'm really excited to go see that.
I've heard that it's very cathartic after what happened, and the thing is, I'm so interested to see what happens. Like, it does look like a good movie, but I'm wondering what they're gonna do story wise. Like, because after Chadwick, I remember like hearing that news. I thought it was fake for a minute, just
Me
because
too.
you see those
Yeah.
things where it's like Bill Murray is alive and well,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, Chadwick Boseman, and like, it was just weird to think. And after
Yeah.
a week, it was like, they have the movie to shoot, and I was just
They
like,
have to
I know.
rewrite- yeah, they
have
have
to
It is-
rewrite the
yeah.
whole script.
so I'm interested to see how it's done, how they honor him and
Yeah.
his legacy,
And I know we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
But as bad as I almost said a cuss word. As bad as it sounds, as bad as it sounds, I think that like that incident made them put more care into this movie.
Exactly.
Which is
Yeah.
why I think I'm more excited for it. Is
Yeah, and
because
there's
of how
no-
they put a lot of work into
And
it.
there's no end credit scene. I will say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard.
That I do know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is good. They should just leave it at that. Just honor Chadwick in the way that they can. But I am really excited
Mhm.
about
with
it.
with Phase 4, back to that, I feel like after Endgame, Marvel has had like a bigger ego, and they're just like, oh, we could release anything, and it's just a lot of Phase 4 is disappointed. Like, I can
Yeah,
count
I
on one
know,
hand the
right?
stuff I enjoyed, and I can count on like one hand the stuff I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what they do with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
I
it next
know.
week, and yeah.
Yeah, like real quick, most of the TV shows like that they have right now, like I don't know if I would want to watch them, but we shall see. But I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Really good conversation about movies and TV shows. But Wakanda Forever, we can all say that we're really excited to see that. And if you guys get the chance to see any of these TV shows or movies, make sure you go check them out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.